Assalamu Alaykum. This is Wissam Sharif for Knowledge Travels. Bi-idhnillah, today I want to share some thoughts on Tajweed. Not so much on its implementation, not even about theory, just about the bigger picture on Tajweed. I've been studying for some advanced exams these days, and I've been spending a lot of times just on letters, a lot of times just pronouncing kullama and knowing why it's stretched and so on and so forth. And it kind of brought me back to the bigger picture. During my exam, my teacher stopped me and said, well, what does this mean? What does this verse mean? And my tunneled vision at that point was, it has to be some rule of Tajweed. So I started telling him about the rules. Oh, this ra is going to be pronounced like this because of X, Y, and Z. And he said, no, I'm asking, what does it mean? And so I was so wrapped up in trying to figure out Tajweed rules, I started losing the essence that Tajweed is just a tool. It's a door to the city of the Quran. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, if we realize the first revelation was Surah 96, and the second or third revelation, Surah 73 or 74, both of them were revealed very close to each other. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse says, أَوْ زِدْ عَلَيْهِ وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. The second or third revelation was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, read the Quran with tartil, with the slow, calculated sound, with the correct pronunciation. Now, put this on one side, and this is really my epiphany for the day. Now, if you take that core integral part of the Quran, not just its recitation or how beautiful it sounds, and put it on one side, and then come to present day, people who don't care about the essence, the core, about the Tajweed, and now when I use this word, you need to think bigger picture, about Quran and Sunnah, the way it came down, what has it led them to? It led them to bad Tajweed. And this is where I want you to really see the picture. What does bad Tajweed mean? Think about it. The people who say Lailatul Qadr, they usually think it's only on the 27th night. The people who say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they usually celebrate various festivals that Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam never did. The people who say Fatiha, they usually read Surah Fatiha and give it at some grave. So I don't know if you can really see the connection here, but losing the integral part of the Quran and its various sciences that were really from the core, from the second revelation to Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, led us to a time where Quran and Sunnah doesn't mean anything. And if I could say anything from my knowledge travels, it's that everywhere you go in the world, it's just a matter of what someone else said, not what the Quran and Sunnah have left us. So brothers and sisters, feel free to watch this video again. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in the ears of those who are listening and in any words that I've presented to you. But I want you to be able to leave today's video seeing that Tajweed is part of the bigger picture of us staying with the correct pronunciation, leads us to understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down a book, and that book was meant to be read, understood, implemented, taught, and lived in a very specific way. This is Wissam Sharif for Knowledge Travels. So where are you? Wassalamu Alaykum wa rahmatullah.